Hello, everybody. This is Kenny Cummins here of Chilling with Kenny C right here on TMVCafe.com, bringing you to your ears. Bring you entertainment to your ears. It's the warm weather that's getting to me a little bit, but it's all good. I'm joined with my guest, professional wrestler. She's wrestled in the Northeast. She's wrestled in the East Coast. She's wrestled for numerous notable promotions there. Let's just say I got history with this lady. I've interviewed her back in 2020, and now here we are, nearly 5 years later. It's quite the awakening.
It is
That's
the awakening.
it's quite the awakening. Vita Vonstarr is joining me right now. How's it going?
Doing well, man. It's good to be back here with you again. I'm stoked about it. It's
Well,
yeah, quite a lot has happened since we
yeah,
talked last.
a lot has happened, since 2020. I mean, we went through the whole pandemic thing, and then we got through that. And I have been keeping track of you since then, and you continue to thrive, you continue to excel, you continue to do big things in professional wrestling. So it's great to see that you continue to elevate throughout these years. So with that being said, how would you describe these past 5+ years since the last time we spoke?
Well, let's see. So I think I probably had just started working for Ring of Honor when we spoke last, if
Mhm.
I am remembering dates correctly. So we made it through the whole pandemic, like you said, a lot of studio tapings, and then it felt like a very long road to start doing live shows again, and now we're back in full force, which is awesome. And we can put some of that stuff in the past.
Yeah.
Let's see. I've won a bunch of championships since then. Um, been head of several factions, couple different tag teams. Yeah, now currently I'm one of the coaches at Catchpoint Wrestling in Philadelphia. We're the best Philly school that you can train professional wrestling at, and we have a really awesome roster of coaches there. Drew Gulak, Hot Sauce, Tracy Williams. Um, that's been going really well. I'm really stoked on our school there. So that's been cool. Kind of full circle of giving back to the younger generation who are just kind of like starting to get their feet wet in professional wrestling and just getting them on the right track. So pretty stoked about that.
That's totally awesome to see that, you're going through the transition. Everything you've done up to this point has been incredible. And it's very rare that somebody reach the success that you had, and now you're giving back to the sport. You're giving back to the next generation of sorts with your training journey with Catch. And I like Tracy, I like Drew. Just the constant pros at their craft, obviously. So since you mentioned the training part, um, I mean, how's that been for you? What was it like? Just it's one thing you the one being trained, getting started, learning the ropes, learning the fundamentals, and now you doing that now, like to these younger kids. Like, how would you describe the experience of you now the training, you now showing the ropes to the next generation of talent?
Yeah, it's been great. A lot of people don't know this about me, but I've actually been coaching for a very long time through other disciplines and other professional sports I've been involved with, like circus arts, skateboarding, and snowboarding were previous careers of mine. So I have a lot of experience already coming into being a wrestling coach of teaching people how to do dangerous things. And I love it, honestly. Coaching for me was always a way for me to learn personally too, because you have to really be very cognizant of your communication, how you're explaining things, how you're demoing things. And then there's the whole psychological aspect of it too, and just kind of like having your head on straight. And, everyone gets off track sometimes, everyone has bad days in training, and that's just part of the process. And just kind of helping people through that, that haven't had a lot of experience in like, having bad training days and getting through injuries and stuff like that. But yeah, I've always loved coaching and spreading knowledge, and I love catch point. I always want to go to training. Like, even if even if I'm having like a really tired day and I'm just, like really like low energy, not really feeling it. Like when I get there and I'm in the ring with everybody, it's awesome every single time. So even if I have some days where it's like hard to get going, like once I'm there, it's just always a joy to be rolling around the ring with everybody.
Yeah, that's it's definitely quite the process with the training from a lot of talent that I've talked to throughout the years. Just different approaches, different pointers, just getting the feel for it. You bring it the psychologically aspect, storytelling, things of that nature. Obviously, as you pointed out, you're gonna go through some hurdles. You're gonna go through bad days. But I've always felt like wrestling is a collective front.
Absolutely.
It's more than just the performers that we see in the square circle. It's the referee, it's the cameraman, the camerawoman, it's the photographers, it's the commentators. It's a cohesive unit that makes with these wrestling shows worth going, especially independent shows. I love going to independent shows. I love it's very interactive. Something that televised wrestling can't get you.
It's true.
It's independent wrestling. You get it up close, a person. And it's like you're in for a ride. It's a roller coaster. You just better buckle up and just go along for the ride.
Yeah,
So
there's
I'm
nothing like it, really, honestly. Just like being, and that's part of why I love pro wrestling as an art form too, is just how interactive it is with the crowd. You don't always get that in other different types of performing arts, but I love the fans. And it's awesome to like be a fan and be a part of the show and to yell at the bad guys and cheer for the good guys, and like little kids talking smack and stuff. It's it's
uh,
all what it's about.
I I ain't gonna lie. I do love when the kids interact with the heels. They just and the bad guys, we let them have that moment here and there, and then you had to get them at the end, try to scare them away. And I wish I had that moment when I was young. I didn't really get to go to wrestling shows until my later years, but man, it's just nothing beats a wrestling show. Whether it's a gym, whether it's a bingo hall, whether it's a gymnasium, whether it's a larger venue or whatever. But it's just so compelling. It's quite therapeutic, as people would say, especially for the performers themselves. Like whatever it is that they're going through at the time, like they could just get reality, put that to the side for a couple of hours, and just be these characters, these larger than life characters that they built from the ground up. And what makes independent wrestling so cool, man, is like you get to see these characters from the early stages before everybody else does. It's quite the adventures. It's very, it's cool. It's so much fun, and I love going to these shows every weekend. And people call me crazy for going to these shows, but I'm like, man, I love wrestling the same way you love a Harry Potter or Star
Exactly.
Wars or
Yep.
whatever is your favorite series. It's just the only difference is I get to enjoy it every week. You enjoy it once every few years. Like I'll take wrestling over any other front any day of the week. It's just nothing better than that. Um,
Yeah, it's true. And yeah, it's honestly, I feel like that's like a big part of my job is to just every time I'm in the ring and there's a live show happening, like my job is to show people a good time. Like even if maybe I will piss them off a little bit and maybe they hate me, but I'll still make sure that they're having a good time. So
That has to be fascinating. Like you want them to have a good time, but you still have a job to do. Like if you're a heel, you have to do heel things. Like you have to look at them sideways. You have to say you suck. Like you have to hit them one liners. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So, but at least some people have that moment and they look back and, oh, did you see my interaction with Vita? I know she hated me, but I know we had our back and forth, but I ain't gonna forget her though. I'm gonna get her next time.
Yeah, people do remember that,
Yeah,
that's like it's part of the whole experience. And
yeah.
like, if you're a professional wrestler, like your job is to give someone a good experience, like no matter what.
Yeah, absolutely. So, for those inspiring wrestlers out there, or for those whether it's the Philly area or nearby, for those that's for that starting point, looking for a reliable school like a Cash, um, how can they sign up? Where can they go? What can they do to at least get things rolling?
Oh yeah, great question. Yeah, we're going to be actually starting a new fundamentals class at Catch Point June 23rd. So you can sign up through either you can go to Instagram, you can go to our website, which I think is just catchpointwrestling.com, or I was going to say TikTok. I don't know if we're on TikTok or not, but I know X for sure. Instagram and X, I definitely get tagged in those accounts all the time. So you can just contact the school directly and let us know that you're interested. And it's just like a super little quick form to fill out, and we'll get you rolling. June 23rd, which is a Monday. So we actually do a very accelerated beginners program. So it's a 6 week program, and you're coming Monday through Thursday. So you're coming 4 days a week for 6 weeks, which is pretty intense. But then after 6 weeks, you have a match, which is pretty unheard of for most schools, unless you already have some other prior experience. But usually it takes a lot longer than that. So we like really make sure that people learn all the fundamentals that they need to have a safe match, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that is true. It's very rare. Like for some, it may take months, maybe a year, depending on what's happening at the time. But 6 weeks like that, and who knows if you show some good progress, if you show that you fundamentally sound, if you're ready, they're gonna put you in the wolves in front of a
Yep.
crowd.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
I certainly didn't have a match that soon. And honestly, it's always pretty crazy to me by how much people actually do learn in that amount of time, which is a testament to our curriculum. Because we really do want to get people on the right track. But I'm always blown away by some of these matches that these guys are having like 6 weeks in. It's pretty crazy.
So how do you feel about the feedback that you get from those that you are training? Like it has to be satisfying, like them trusting you to lead them based on your experience. You've been on TV, you've been in big crowds, you've been through the hurdles, you've been through what they going through right now. How would you describe the feedback you've been getting from those that you've been training with?
Yeah, I don't take that lightly. I really do feel that it's a huge responsibility. Also because I've had bad experiences with trainers in the past that did not make me feel good or feel confident. And so I take both my good and my bad experiences. And I know that I would never want somebody one of my students to feel like, they weren't supported when they're trying to learn something. Because it is very, very vulnerable to be a beginner at anything, regardless of what the discipline is, but especially in professional wrestling where there is a high level of danger, and you really got to pay attention and really, there's a lot of body control involved, and there's a lot of trust, with you're trusting your coaches and you're trusting the people that you're working with, the people that are, on the same level as you. So I do take that as a very serious responsibility. And it is a big honor for me to be trusted to lead people in these, learning these skills. So and one of the reasons I love Catch Point too is because every coach has a very different style of coaching, and a very different skill set. So for me personally, I run Monday night trainings, and we do a lot of body control, a lot of calisthenics, and we do a lot of gymnastics inspired wrestling moves. That's kind of my role in the school there is to, I use my prior gymnastics background and circus background, and which I've always, kind of combined with wrestling and my own move set. And now I'm, kind of building my own curriculum to teach people how to do these things too. And it's a lot of core control. And a lot of people, it's a lot of stuff that you wouldn't normally learn in a wrestling in a wrestling scenario. A little bit is kind of weird for the discipline, but it's all related to what we do. So yeah, I love being able to teach people that stuff, and it's people find muscles that they didn't know they had, and they all the time people get surprised by what they can do. I mean, like most of my classes, I will get the majority of, if not everybody, doing moonsaults. I have like a bunch of drills that we progress through, so it's safe and you can build up your level or wherever you're at. And I feel like really, really, I feel really good about that to like have a class of people who don't have a lot of background in that stuff, and then everybody's doing backflips. Like that's awesome to me.
That's right up your alley.
Yeah,
You do have quite the background, with the gymnasium, with the flips and everything. So you definitely have the versatility.
thank
Um,
you.
you know, and you definitely can teach people things that other people can't. So that makes you unique. That makes you forthcoming. That makes you someone that people want to say, you know what, I'm gonna trust Vita Vonstarr to take me where I need to be. And she's got a very good track record with the training. So so get in touch with Vita and and Tracy and Drew and the whole crew up there for Catch Wrestling out there in the Philadelphia area. We all know Philadelphia, very storied history of professional
Yeah.
wrestling, obviously. So if you want to add yourself to that history, if you want to at least get started, work your way there, get in touch with Catch Pro Wrestling out there in Philadelphia. They got the getting ready for some more training in it later this month, June 23rd, as she pointed out. So sign up and let Drew, Tracy, and Vita lead you to your journey as a professional wrestler. I mean, the Northeast area has been a hot spot for wrestling for a very long time. It will continue to be. You just got to find that school and the trainers that can lead you that path. And for the looks of things, Catch, they got they're a good catch, no pun intended.
Hell
So
yeah.
there you go.
Yeah,
So
please
it
hit
was
us up. We would love to get you started on the right track. And even if you have been training for a while too, we also have dynamic training every night, almost every night of the week, except for Saturdays actually. But yeah, definitely Monday through Fridays, Sunday afternoons, usually during the week, 8 to 10 is like dynamic training, like open level. So anybody is welcome to drop in for that.
absolutely. So go check that out if you want to get into wrestling, get into training, or trying to get more training in. It don't matter if you're a new person or you got prior experience already. They can help you. They can be a helping hand. So while training is has been quite satisfying for you for the all these years, you still are an active wrestler yourself. You're still going to shows. You're still competing. As you point out, you've been through some changes. You've been through some big moments and opportunities here and there. And as we approach this lovely weather of summer, as we approach the summer season, I should say, what does Vita have in store in the coming weeks leading up to summer? What's some of the shows you got coming up?
Yes, I love summer because we can do a lot more outdoor stuff. Yeah, sometimes it gets brutally hot, whether inside or outside, but that's just part of it. So let's see. This Thursday, actually, we are in the first week of June. We are doing our graduation show, our student showcase at Catch Point. So that's free for spectators. Anybody can show up and watch that. So that will be taking place this Thursday. Then later this month, I will be at Blood, Sweat, and Tears in Connecticut. I've been their current women's champion for a couple of years now. I have a really awesome tag partner, Amity LeVay, who is holding it down there as well. So you're definitely going to want to check her out. And those shows are always just fun to attend. I really love that promotion. They've been super good to me. So definitely check out Blood, Sweat, and Tears in Connecticut. I will also be making an appearance once again at Fight Pro. That'll be closer to the Philly area. I believe that's in Jersey, actually. We I should know this, but yeah, we ran at Monster Factory last time. I think it's going to be there again. So yeah, I'm rising through the ranks in Fight Pro, so definitely check that one out as well.
Yeah, so she's taking over the Northeast as she always does. So Jersey, Philly, she'll come to New York here and there. She'll come to New England area, Massachusetts, whatever state out there, she's coming. She's coming for the competition. She's coming for whatever championship you may have. It don't matter if it's a woman's, intergender, tag team, mixed tag, don't matter.
I don't
She won't,
discriminate. I beat up
yeah,
everybody, man.
she,
Anybody gets a fair shot at getting their ass kicked by me. So
an equal ass kicker.
that's
Uh,
right.
so there you go. And go follow Vita on all the social medias. She's on X. She is on Instagram. And I guess Facebook, maybe. Uh,
Yeah, I'm not a big Facebook fan, but you can definitely
okay.
hit me up. Yeah, I do Instagram pretty regularly.
Yeah.
X, yeah, sometimes it's just a cesspool, but I'll
Yeah.
still post some stuff on there
Yeah.
usually.
So it is so good to reconnect with you and catch up with you on your
Same,
journey.
dude.
And it's great to interact with you. And go buy her merch, man. I know you had the recent holiday sale, so that's how we quote unquote reconnected. And now I
That's
got
right. Yeah.
now I got buy now I need to go buy some shirts and 810s. So I live in Kentucky. Ever since I interviewed, I've become quite the travel
Hell
all
yeah.
over the tri-state area. I went to like 78 shows last
Damn.
year, and
That's awesome.
that's in 3 states alone. I've been to like 30, close to 40 shows. Going into June. June is my birthday month, so
Happy birthday,
yeah.
man.
So
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Live it up.
I'll definitely will. So just want to say thank you for being on. Thank you for your continued contributions to wrestling, not just as an active performer, but as a trainer. Taking care of the next generation. So y'all go check out Vita. If you ain't familiar with her, please do. She is a gem. She is talented. She's gonna ruffle some feathers a little bit, but you
Yeah,
will,
probably.
yeah,
Like I do.
but you will have some fun. So you enjoy the rest of your evening. You enjoy the rest of your week. You enjoy your upcoming summer and beyond. And who knows? maybe I'll travel to the East Coast one of these days.
I hope we see you around this
Uh,
neck of the woods sometime
so
soon. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to catch a plane on that one, but
Yeah.
we'll work it out somehow.
Hell yeah.
It feels like I took over the Midwest and some southern states, and now it feels like okay, you gotta go. You gotta at least get somewhere near the East Coast, so
Hmm.
you're at least close to it. So
This is a
uh,
hotbed for pro wrestling, man. So
yeah,
much going on around here.
yeah. So you take care of yourself, and let's do this again sometime.
Yeah,
Maybe,
absolutely. I had a
maybe,
great time, and thanks
yeah.
again for having me.
Thank you, thank you. You have a good night.
You too. Talk to you soon.
All right, bye bye.
Bye.
All right.